Hello, this is Team 5 voice to text. This is Sprint 4 deliverable video. So basically, these are the things which we picked in Sprint 4. This is our goal, like to error handle, deploying, optimizing, and integrating front end and back end, especially making backend more restful. So we did complete everything except deploying their backend application. We had a lot of work, so we couldn't do it. So as far as business value concerned, we added a lot of business value by enabling all this with functionalities. For example, if you can click on upload and you will get converted as well as categorized text, both are linked, and you can see all the files which are there in the history as well. So in the like in upcoming video, like everyone will describe their own part, so we can see the application working. And so this is our burn down chat. So it is not completed because we had one user story which will be carried forward to sprint 5, which is this: as a developer I want to deploy backend application on cloud. So that's it. Hello, I'm Gangadhar. I'll just go through the changes which I did in this sprint. So basically, I worked on refactoring the backend to adhere to API calls. I totally worked on 6 sprints. So we basically came up with the API structure which is present in our drive as well. So we modified the back. I modified the backend to adhere to like this structure. So I concentrated on first 4 API calls. So if you see, this is our front end. So I worked on choosing this, like I've written code in the backend to accept this endpoint. If I load it, so it will load it and it will take some time. So I'm pausing this video.
Hi, this is Yuti Desai. So I'll demo these three tasks together. The first one is to passing data through props between file upload component and converted text component. The other one is passing it to the categorized text component, and the other one is the loading indicator on button click. So here you can see when I click on this and select file, and when I upload it, you can see loading indicator and the result it is fetching. So right now I am using this JSON placeholder and displaying this and not using actual audio file because it takes so much time. So to keep the video short, I'm doing this. Now you can see that the other task is the event handling on the upload button. So here you can see this button is disabled because the file is chosen. Now if I choose another file, it will get enabled again. Then the other task is to add basic validations and alerts. So here you can see that when I upload a file, you can see this alert here. And when I edit this and save, you can see alert here also. Then the basic validations are this, that if I upload file without choosing anything, it will give me an alert. Here also it will give me an alert to select an item first. Then the other task was to adjust components according to mobile screen size, because when I created this event handling, it stopped working the way it was. I mean the UI components. So I resolved the CSS errors and resolved it. Thanks.
So hi, this is Shashidhar. I've worked on classification models for categorization as well as error handling. Shefali also worked on modeling, but I worked on classification model. Finding, creating my own data and using that model. That is one thing I worked on. Another thing that I worked on is error handling. These are some of the tasks in error handling. As you can see, the other task that I worked on is researching and finding models for in AWS and SageMaker. Uh, these are some of my commits in the GitHub. As you can see, uh, S1ter is my username. So these are my some of my commits. So how the error handling works is, first you need to when you are uploading file, if you doesn't have any response, the entire page would have collapsed. But but I have a handled error. Now you can see this. There's a message, the message of that error which I'm printing in the console. So later on development, I'll just start to print the message in the screen itself. Thank you.
Hi, this is Surya of Team Voice to Text. I have 3 tasks for this sprint. The first one is to integrate the backend categorized text API with the frontend and displays the categorized text results. The second one is when the user edits the converted text and saves it, the categorized text should be updated and the new converted text in the categorized text should be saved in the database. And the third task is when the user uploads the file from the history, the categorized and converted text should be displayed on the front end. So this is the results. I uploaded this file mediahandler.wave. This is the text converted from the file, and these are the categorized results. So when I edit some information in this, make it 11 years old and save it. So the new converted text is updated, and the new categorized text is updated, and new converted text is saved in the database. And this is the history tab. You can select this and upload a file. This is under construction. It's not completed yet for the sprint, and this is moved to the next sprint. Thank you.
I am Shefali Anand, and this sprint I did following task. So this task where I am giving the entire sentence rather than words for categorized results. So earlier we were just matching the keywords. For example, BP is a keyword over here, and it matches with this keyword, and it should give category science and BP as the keyword. But then I realized that in this way, important information could be missed. For example, this BP dropped to 80, this entire sentence should be given. So now it's giving the entire sentence. Another task which I did was for the put request. So over here, so if the user changes anything over here, then it should be reflected in categorized text. For example, this BP dropped to 80 me, maybe the word voice to text conversion did it wrongly and the user realized that it should be 83, then this has to be saved and the changes should be reflected over here, and you can see that the changes are reflected over here. Another task was to fetch the age. So we have to fetch the age information, and the age could be written in various ways. For example, it's giving like 12-year-old age right now, and if instead of this it was written that the age is 10 months, uh, then it's also able to identify that the age information is 10 months. Other than that, I have also worked on using bigrams and trigrams. So as you can see in the template over here, there are like not just one word, but there are phrases which contains 2 or 3 words. For example, this one, this rigid abdomen, whatever this one is. So if it identifies that instead of this, it was he got rigid abdomen, then it should look for rigid abdomen, which is over here, and it should identify this 2 word, which is the bigram. So this is the result which we got. So this is one for it identifies 2 or 3 word phrases, and another task which I did was like changing the Flask package structure. So we all decided that these are the RESTful API calls which we should follow: slash files for get and post requests, then slash converted text for this, and slash categorized text. And according to these 3 type of RESTful APIs, these are the 3 sub packages which are there in the backend API. So I worked on this task. Another task was handling the error in the categorized text APIs. This is the task. And let's see. So, for example, it's trying to get the categorized text for this file, and this file, as you can see, doesn't exist in my database. So it should return an error. So as you can see, it gives that file not found and 404 error. So these were my tasks.